buddy. I been getting different little pieces of information. I have a Alsport three-wheeler. You guys had seen me post some things on there. This is actually my first one I ever owned, but you know, you learn by doing. And the one tip that I seen on YouTube, which is nice sometimes because you don't always have instructions on exactly how things should go. And one of the things that I found out, that when you get this torque converter, clutch assembly, everything else for, you know, your engine, your belt has to be on right. I never knew that. You know, one side of your belt is kind of slanted down, and then another side, you know, is perfectly up and down. Till your clutch and stuff is slanted here, and this goes right straight down. So that's the way your belt goes on. So now I got this thing the opposite way, which isn't good, and I never knew that. So, well, anyways, that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to take this whole thing right off. Try to do this one with one hand. Take this screw off, this bolt, and it's got that notched out for the keyway, and put it on right. And make sure this is back on the way it's supposed to be. And like I say on some of the videos that I've seen, you got there's only one way this thing's only going to go on, because it's got two flat sides, one on each side. That actually the only way that goes on when you put it back together. And I'll just stick that right in here. And then the belt, take this thing off, and let's put this thing on right. See, you can tell the belt here is kind of slanted in, and this is perfectly up and down. So when you look at your torque converter, you could see the same. So I had this the opposite way. So I guess if you want your belt to last longer, you want to turn it around and put it back together again. These are not always the easiest to put on, but you know, that looks better there. It's a lot more straighter. Okay, and this goes back on. And okay, slip that back on there, and you can see right there where the flat sides are, and that's how that goes on. There's no way you could really do it wrong. And then you got the keyway. There's the key. It goes in that slot. Put the bolt back on. I don't have no impact wrench, but I use a regular socket. So there you go. Tighten her up. This is easy as 1, 2, 3. And the belt looks like it's sitting a little better now. I was wondering about that, but you know, they don't always give you all the instructions that you need to know. Anyways, it's powered by a Kohler engine 6.5. Ended up getting it off of eBay, and you buy one of these, which are really nice for your linkage, throttle linkage. It comes as a kit. You put your spring over there, and you know, Then you got your throttle cable, comes all the way down. And they work really nice. They're on eBay. And I know a lot of people use them for, like the Predator 212 or whatever. I had to put an extra screw here because there wasn't no hole in this here, the housing, to put an extra screw, so I had to do it backwards. But anyways, this is the setup for a Trisport. And the other problem, sometimes I run into, it's a 40 chain, I had to grind some of this off, and making sure this engine is pretty much almost dead on when it comes to lining this chain up, because I end up, sometimes it will get caught on this ridge. I never had anything like that happen, you know, so ended up putting bigger washers underneath here, tighten it up and make sure it's lined right up pretty good, because you run into that where it hangs up. But that's the little bit in a nutshell, I guess. The brakes are not done yet, but this is pretty much the way it is. But okay, well, thanks for watching.